Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It is Saturday morning, 3:13 California time. So some of my fellow YouTubers and friends on the East Coast might be waking up. I don't know. I'll have to watch the little ticker and see how many people join the Outlaws of Rideshare. Adults only. I do have a 50-minute drive home. I just dropped off my medical transport that I do 3 nights a week, and I got almost an hour to drive home. So if anyone joins in the chat, we shall see. And of course, I always try to keep it an open forum, so I'm pretty easygoing. I don't care what you say. Well, there are a couple things, but we'll leave it at that. Well, I can't flip the camera. You know, I got to get my other mount in here when I start doing these live streams on my drive home. That way I can put the camera in a different spot. It'll be easier for me to see. I can actually flip it, and that way you guys can see my drive. So, still got no one in the room. At least that's what I see. Oh, hey. Oh, we got 2 people. Well, the counter. Sorry, guys. The counter's all screwed up because it's saying there's nobody watching. Sorry. I can't see. Hey, Mark. Welcome. Hold on a second. I gotta... I can stop here for a second. Let me see what you got to say here. Sucks when you have to drive home. No, actually, you know, I haven't done Lyft for. I shut down the Uber and Lyft app on April 1st, and it was twofold, but you know, with the pandemic going on and everything, and rideshare in my market literally dropped about 91%. It just wasn't worth it. I'm driving a $40,000 car and doing the local rides, one every, I think I was averaging a Lyft request about 1 an hour, and you know, it $6 or $7. And of course, at that point, they were non-essential rides, and it was just, you know, it was just kind of a nightmare. Oops, camera is not liking this where I put it right now. So, I don't know. But I figured, gosh darn it, sorry. I just figured, you know, this is a regular customer and a very good friend of mine and my wife's. I take her to her dialysis. It's a 49-mile trip. Her insurance pays for it, and it's really nice the way we got it set up. I show up, she gets in the car, she calls Call the Car, which is her medical insurance transportation company, and does her will call, and it's really nice because the people on the other end. I've been doing this ride 3 nights a week with her for almost a year now, and excuse me. I average about $170 a week, and it's only 3 nights, and it's just her. So, you know, I can't complain. And I'm doing DoorDash yet on the other nights, and I dropped a video a little earlier, and I didn't expect it to take off quite the way it did, but man, I was so pissed. I thought I was having a good time doing rideshare and, you know, doing the stories and tricks of the trade. A lot of people, when I started doing this, I wanted to make sure that people were clear as to exactly what my channel was about. And in my intro video, before I actually did my first video, which was Rideshare is not 911, I introduced myself and gave a little background, and even in the description on my channel, it was tricks of the trade, and I said I don't want to be as mainstream as everybody else. I want to be, a little more serious and a little more informative, and use my medical background to see if I could throw that into the mix, and it worked out pretty good. But I don't have a large channel, and I'm gonna stop before I get on the freeway. I want to see I don't mean to be rude. I want to see your comment. The Uber market here in Australia is picking up big time. Not maximum yet. Wow. That's awesome, man. In LA County, we've flattened the curve. Meaning, we've incrementally, day by day, the number of deaths was increasing, and the number of positive tests were coming back. Well, now that LA County is, at this point, is offering free testing to anybody now, you just have to make an appointment. Obviously, the number of infected people, or that number of infected people, is going to go up, just because the testing's more available. But we have flattened the curve, and the average deaths per day now have evened out between about 20 and 40 deaths a day. So, it's still kind of tricky, because until we get on the downside of this pandemic and start getting ahead of it, I don't see rideshare picking up real quick. I just did a video a couple days ago where Lyft it was both Lyft and Uber. Lyft is just now telling its riders that they have to wear a mask when they're in the car. I did a video on that 2 months ago. I did a video where I was refusing non-essential rides. Uber deactivated me for 2 days, and I responded with a very well articulated and a very strongly worded and a lot of legal language in the email, and I was immediately put back on Uber's platform with an apology. So Elias in the house. Hello, sir. What's up? And then, of course, the big thing came out where non-essential rides we were able to refuse, and now if our passengers, at least here in the States, what do they say? Because you guys are across the pond in Australia. Rick, what's up? We can still refuse the. It's really tricky, because I don't know what Lyft and Uber now are considering essential and non-essential rides. I know the basics: hospital, grocery store, like my medical transport that I do 3 nights a week with this one particular passenger, and what have you. But I'm not ready to dive into rideshare yet. I'm not really ready to get back into it. Like I said, I'm driving a $40,000 car, and now that restaurants are starting to open up and they're starting to lift some of the restrictions here in LA County, or even in California for that matter, I'm still kind of on the fence with that, because now that people can go out and actually sit inside or sit outside of a restaurant, the way I look at it is rideshare is right here, and delivery is right here. And when restaurants start to open up and people are allowed to start going out, this is going to come down a little bit, and rideshare is going to come up a little bit. But, and of course this is just my opinion, but I am a former business owner also, as things start to slowly open up, I believe Lyft and Uber is going to bounce back, and I think that for the most part, DoorDash, Grubhub, Postmates, all the Uber Eats and all that stuff, that's going to drop as more people can go out and start going to restaurants and stuff again. I don't think it's going to crash, because I think a lot of people have gotten used to the fact that even if they are allowed to go out, they're going to be able to make an order and have it delivered, and enjoy a family night and so on and so forth. So I stopped doing Lyft, didn't I? Elias, Instacart. I don't know if you've heard of. Hold on. Mark, that's a really good question. Australia, they, Elias would probably be able to answer that better. Elias, take a look at Mark's comment. But if I'm not mistaken, Australia locked everything down. I mean, they literally shut down everything. And that's a really good question. And just from my experience in the medical field, I think that's a really good question. And my answer to your question would be yes, because Australia jumped all over it and didn't, just shut everything down and told people you're going to stay at home and so on and so forth, and got a good grip on that before it really blew out of control. And I, you got to commend a governmental system like that. I mean, that's and the people, I was watching a news article. I'm going to get on the freeway, guys, so the chat might be a little hard to read. I got to start heading home. But I was watching a news article. I was turning the light off. I'm not used to doing live streams while I'm driving, so hold on a second. Gotta love the growl of a Dodge Charger, man. So, people in California are getting very, very antsy about being at home. And I don't blame them. Our beaches are closed. I mean, hell, everything's closed for the most part. Walking trails. My dad's ashes are spread in Sequoia National Park, in a place called Crescent Meadow, and can't get to the park. So that's kind of a bummer, because I usually go pay my respects a couple times a year, and it's been 2 years with COVID-19, my personal, my own personal stuff going on. It's been difficult, but I heard a thing on the news. I don't know if I put this out in my last live stream or not, but it was boy, got a stuttering problem. It wasn't just the one individual who's echoing this statement, but it was how this individual echoed this statement. And she said, I've been at home locked down for 45 days. I am not sick. I want to go out. You know why you're not sick? Because you've been locked down at home for 45 days and you followed the rules. People in my market, if you guys haven't seen the video I just dropped about 3 hours ago on what happened to me at another Wingstop. First, I had to deal with a guy that had pulled out a pistol. Dark Road Run did a nice little short clip on that for me, so I appreciate that. But I actually had a Wingstop employee threaten me because he thought I was videotaping, and I don't want to give it away, but basically the video says Wingstop employee threatens the wrong DoorDash driver, and you guys can, if you're interested, check it out, because I was pretty hot when I did that one, and I did something I normally wouldn't do. And I mean, well, normally I'd have just jumped over the counter and beat the ever-loving shit out of this kid, but but I did something I normally wouldn't do. But I was so taken aback at the way that first of all, Wingstop sucks when you're doing DoorDash. Their base pay sucks. Their customers hardly ever tip. That's a chance we take. It's just like Rideshare. But this particular restaurant is just, it's always filthy. Wingstops are very small. I don't know if you guys have Wingstops. I can't read that comment, Mark. Sorry. But they're only allowed to have 5 people in the stores in my market. And the one I went into today had, I don't know, 13 to 15 people in it. And 5 of those people weren't even wearing face coverings, and it's still the law. And I'm not above the law. Just because I have a badge and an LA County ID and work in the medical field doesn't mean that I can do whatever the hell I want, and I don't have to follow the governor's orders or mayor's orders or mandated orders. I wear a mask. Here's one of them. I actually have 2. There's my little one. And then when I want to really have a little bit of fun, I put this one on. This one's pretty badass. It's all sealed up. I'm actually beginning, just so you know, I'm going to be doing a video on this mask because my friend, it's done on a 3D printer. I do have the, it's sealed. I do have the 7-layer medical mask material in there. There's the front of it and the sides. It's pretty bitchin'. So, but anyway, people are, again, they're getting antsy, so they figure, well, I don't have to follow the rules and I can do what I want. And what happened at the Wingstop tonight was just enough to where and it was only at the Wingstop where I'd been having problems with this particular restaurant chain, and then I come to find out that it's the same person that owned the one where the person pulled the pistol out. That was a lot of fun. Also owns the one where I had the incident with the employee. And I'll give you a little hint. By the time I left, the employee was no longer an employee. It sucked. I mean, anyway, if you guys want to check out the video. So, but, I have a feeling that, like Las Vegas, from what I understand, is just the mayor of Clark County or Henderson, Las Vegas, said we're just going to open everything. The government wants a petri dish for people to test, so I'm willing to test. Vegas and California, I have a bad feeling about that one. And I'm all for getting life back to normal, and having some normalcy back. And I'm stuck at being at home too for the most part. I only come out at night because I don't want to burn up a bunch of fuel running my AC in this thing. And but if Vegas opens up, all the surrounding states, California, well, at least Central and Southern California, Arizona, parts of New Mexico, all the people that can do that drive in 3 or 4 hours, maybe even 5 hours, whatever, 6, are all going to flood to Vegas because Vegas is open, and it's going to be a fucking free for all, and to some extent, great. Let's go to Vegas, let's do some gambling, let's have some drinks, let's go to a casino, let's watch some shows, let's catch coronavirus. I just have, I've looked back. I've done some research on pandemiology, which is the study of pandemics. And if you look back through history, pandemics, first time they come through, like we had back in 1914, there was the Spanish flu, and that killed, God, I was watching a live stream that Dark Road Run was doing, and it killed, I think he said close to like 1 million people. But back then, we didn't have the medical, we didn't have the medical advances that we have now. And then we had H1N1, which was the swine flu. Then we had SARS. Then we had the bird flu, and now we've got coronavirus. And apparently, from what I've looked at through World Health Organization, CDC, and a couple of other legitimate sources, apparently coronavirus is mutated and is actually gotten a little stronger and a little more contagious. So now you've got Las Vegas opening up, and you've got 3 states surrounding it, and all, trust me, I would love to go. All these people that surround Las Vegas, Nevada, are going to go, I'm stuck at home here in California, but you know what? I can go to Vegas. And I have a really bad feeling that, not just Nevada, but California, Southern California, wherever these people are traveling from, if social distancing, I get, it's kind of hard to comment about wearing facial coverings. If you're not wearing I'm sorry, I might lose the signal here. I'm getting a message that says my connection is unstable. I'm actually going through the canyons between Santa Clarita and the Antelope Valley, so my signal does kind of get rough out here. But if you're just wearing a facial covering, like a little sleeve or whatever, if it's not a medical approved mask, I made the comment, it's like wearing a condom with holes in it. I mean, you can see it, but is it really going to work? You're taking a chance. So, like I said, I think if it's done very systematically and step by step, and it's slowly phased in, then like in Australia, I think we can get ahead of this thing. But I don't see it happening right away, and I've been pretty steadfast on that. I don't know, but it's just, the problem is so let's get back to this lady. Again, live streams, driving, lots going on. Her comment was, again, I stayed at home, I'm not sick, I've been locked up for 45 days, and so on and so forth. And like I said, you're not freaking sick because you followed the rules and you stayed home. And she's like, well, it's about time that you let us out and start letting us do what we want to do. All right. So open the floodgates, like some of these states are, where they're just literally just opening everything up. And in a month from now, when this second round goes through, and I kind of was predicting it would probably go through starting somewhere in September, October, when our normal flu season here in Southern California kicks in, or throughout the United States. I think it's going to start earlier, and what's going to happen? They're going to open up all these states. The death tolls are going to start to rise. The hospitals and healthcare is going to get overwhelmed again. They're going to start putting bodies in reefer trailers out on the street. And then that person who said, I'm not sick, I want to go out, is going to turn around and say, I've got COVID-19, my husband's on a respirator, my kids have it, why in the fuck did you let us out if you knew we were going to get sick? I mean, that's the mentality of people. Not everybody. But it's to say extremist, but it's almost what they sound like. So, if that's what they want to do, fine. I'm going to continue to do what I do, and I'm going to restrict myself from getting into public places and keep my distance and wear my mask. And I'm going to do what I'm told to do, and hopefully, I'll stay healthy. I mean, hell, I a month ago, I had no antigens or I came up negative. I haven't contracted COVID-19, but I may have it now, and I may be one of those people that are asymptomatic and just don't have the symptoms. And then, of course, I did a video 2 nights ago, which it was kind of comical, but it sucked because as men, China is now saying that the COVID-19 virus was found in semen of people that were actively sick and going through this. And if you want to lean towards the China part, if you guys are watching the news or catching bits and pieces here, China hasn't let out everything about this yet. And I mean, it's been basically since December. So I truly believe that they botched. They should have notified the World Health Organization just like everyone else is supposed to, and they didn't, and they tried to cover it up, and they fucked up, and now we've got this pandemic. And I mean, we just have to deal with it. There's nothing we can do to change it. It's here. It's going to be here for a while. I understand people are getting frustrated, but you know what? I mean, people that they're not the only ones. This has affected everybody. I have a physician friend, and I did a video on that also. He lost both of his brothers, and they were both doctors, to COVID-19. They were working as ER physicians in New York City. They died on the same day in 2 different hospitals. 2 brothers out of 3, and all 3 of them were doctors. But could you imagine losing 2 of your family members in one day or on the same day because of this? It blew my mind. And yet he was still at work when I went in to deal with what I needed to deal with, and he was doing his job. He took an oath to help those that are in need. And it just, I don't know. I think Australia jumped on it really good. There was another, I don't know, I'm thinking London for some reason. I don't know if that was a bad thing or a good thing, but there's a couple places, and there's a couple states here in the U.S. that have really gotten ahead of this thing. But again, we're talking, states that are just opening up all at once. They're not doing it systematically. They're not phasing certain things in. Trust me, I would love to get a haircut. It's last time I had a haircut was in February. If you don't open up my damn barbershop, I'm gonna go crazy. Well, you know what? I'm a guy. I can deal with a number 3 cut for a couple months. It will grow back what I have left. But let's see, what does Mark say? Flu season here. Mark, I agree. And because of all the stay at home, safer at home, whatever you want to call them, all the lockdown orders that everyone have put in. Sorry, this thing's really rattling. Oh, you know what? Hold on a minute. I'm in race mode. Let me turn this off a little bit. And we'll go into comfort mode. See if that kind of stabilizes this a little bit. Okay. Electronic suspension. You gotta love it. I think that our flu season here in the States is going to be pretty easy too, because, again, with social distancing and, the wearing of face coverings and everybody washing their hands and, doing what they're supposed to do. I don't know. I don't want to get on into the politics of it. Like I said, whether you know or you don't know, I am a former first responder. I'm still licensed in healthcare. I've been in it for 26 years, and I've seen the good and the bad from COVID-19. I know that when I started doing videos on COVID-19, when I was still doing rideshare and not doing delivery, that YouTube was pulling a lot of videos down because they were panicking people because the information wasn't correct. And I haven't had one video pulled off yet. So I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, but sorry. I honestly believe that the information that I was putting out to my viewers, and thank you guys for joining me on the live chat, it really does make this ride go a lot quicker. And of course, I'm Italian, so talking for 40 minutes straight, not hard. But I am having a senior moment, so I just completely lost my train of thought. Wow. What the hell was I talking about? I literally forgot what I was talking about. Flu season. Healthcare field. Opening things up. Rideshare. I don't know. I still think food delivery is going to be the best way to go for a while. I really like DoorDash. My moderator, Rideshare Lisa, turned me onto it, and I've been pretty happy with it. It's not quite what I would make on a good Lyft or Uber week, but it's really close. And if you take into account, I'm staying local. I'm not putting a ton of miles on my vehicle. I'm not using a bunch of gas. I'm actually going to do a video on actually going to do a video on a little trick I found in on doing DoorDash, where you can make a little more money than if you just keep the app open. But I don't want to give you give you guys too much, or you won't watch my video. But there's a little button in the app that you can use that will prevent certain things from happening and prevent DoorDash from taking advantage of you. And but anyway, I just YouTube creator, take what bit down? Oops, censor. Uh-oh. My connection's unstable. Oh, there it goes. Oh, taking the videos down with the YouTube. Right. YouTube was taking the videos down. Thank you. If they had tags of COVID-19. Yeah. Thanks, Rick. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. It's been a long Friday. Yeah. So the videos I put out there, I haven't had any pulled down. I have been using the hashtag COVID-19. I have been using tags, COVID-19 updates, all that other stuff, and YouTube was smashing channels and removing these videos. And fortunately, thanks, Rick, I appreciate that. Thanks for getting me back on track. Mine have stayed up, but again, I also when I do those videos, I do try to reiterate in the video. I don't know if YouTube watches them or not, but the fact that I am still involved in healthcare, and I do mention my sources for my information, maybe that's what saved me and didn't get them pulled. But it's funny because I look back when I first started this, and I look back at some of the videos I did. Like I did a video where I said Uber drivers face $1,000 fine and 6 months in jail, and I know Rick, you'll remember that one. And that on my channel at the time, with the amount of viewers I had, was technically my viral video. I had over 1,400 hits on that video in less than 72 hours. And then I got ripped apart on that because I was complaining that Uber has always said, we're not a rideshare company, we're a technology company, blah, 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 blah. And I said, I want something in writing that says that I'm allowed to be out here because, as far as I'm concerned, you're a technology company, which is a non-essential business, so on and so forth. And I got torn apart on that one. And then a couple weeks later, I did a little social experiment, I guess you can say, where I went out and I turned on my Uber app and took a few rides, and I declined every one of them because they were non-essential. And I said in the video, as rideshare drivers, Uber, Lyft, we have the perfect platform to help slow the spread of this, and it's our vehicle. We can say no to anybody. Last time I checked, and as far as I know still, even though Uber's got all this crap in court, we're still independent contractors. So we have the right to refuse whatever rides we want. And so I did a little social experiment. I refused 4 rides. Somebody made a complaint. I got an email the next morning. I couldn't log into my Uber app, and they said I had been temporarily deactivated pending an investigation. So I responded with a very strongly worded, well-articulated email with a lot of legal language in it, and was reactivated that following Monday. I got deactivated on a Sunday, and I got reactivated. I'm sorry, I got deactivated on a Saturday, got reactivated on a Monday with an apology, and Uber stating, yes, you are allowed to refuse non-essential rides. So, and then I did a couple of other videos where I got kind of bashed back and forth, and then a month later I did a follow-up, and sure enough, it turned out to be correct. So maybe that had something to do with it. It's been a long time. See, I'll tell you what, man, I'm gonna be 52 this year, so I'm a new grandfather still, or I'm a newer grandfather. Benjamin, my son Jacob him and his wife had their first child, Benjamin, and I became a grandfather 5 months ago, and it's pretty awesome. It just reminds you how old you are sometimes, but anyway, the videos I put out there aren't meant to be clickbait. They're not meant to be anything, again. And I look at my subscriber or my viewer count. I can't say the S word, that S word on YouTube. They don't like it. And in 6 months, I'm almost at 3 FIVEZERO. So, and a lot of people tell me that it's very difficult to, when you start a channel, if you're lucky to get ONEZERO in 6 months. Just kidding. If you're lucky to get 100 subscribers in your first 6 months, and you're lucky to get between 300 and 500 subscribers in the first year, I didn't know it actually took that long, but I'm ahead of the game if that's the case, because I've only been doing it for about 6.5 months now, and I enjoy it. I got Rick Reviews, who's in the house. I've got a very loyal viewer base. I've made a lot of great friends. Rideshare Lisa, Dark Road Run, Dustin is Driving, Chris at Real Rideshare Stories, Rideshare Professor, Dave the Uber Slave, Uberman Tampa, just the driver sensei. I mean, just some really, really cool people that that have been really, have always had my back. And it's Go Donnie, COM from Mississippi, Mississippi. It's a nice little group of people that are in this Outlaws of Rideshare circles is what we're trying to call it, or what Donnie calls it, and I like that, And I guess I like the term Outlaws of Rideshare because we're the up and comers. I mean, yeah, I'm probably one of the oldest guys on YouTube. Well, I don't know. Donnie may have me beat. Sorry, Donnie. But I'm a newbie here. And a lot of these guys, Dustin is Driving, Rideshare Professor, they've got 30, 40, 50,000 viewers. But they've been doing this from day one, almost. And, Dustin is Driving has got this thing down to a science. Rideshare Professor has got his legal part of it, and he's I got to give the man credit. He's the one that started me on mine, and he's got a lot of really good information. He really does take. I got to give credit where credit's due. And Torsten did a video where he broke down the unemployment insurance for every single state in the U.S. He gave out numbers. That was one of the longest live streams I think he's done in quite some time. But it was really nice for somebody to take that time out and do that and explain how this whole thing worked for everybody, because I was kind of at a loss, and I've learned so much from the people that have been honest with me. Again, Rick Reviews was a Lyft or an Uber driver, and he jumped in on a channel one day, and we just hit it off. And I actually posted a comment, and it was something to the effect that I don't know why I'm doing this. Maybe my subscriber count is low because I'm too in-depth with my videos. I break them down too much, and people don't like that. If they don't know what's going on, they don't want to be instructed. They're just going to do their own thing. And I got to give Rick Reviews some credit on that, because he left a comment that really, I think I pinned it as a highlighted comment in one of the videos, and I'm not sure which one it was, but I'm paraphrasing. But Rick left a comment that said, I like the way that you break your videos down and build them back up piece by piece. It's very informative, and it's very helpful. And again, I'm paraphrasing. So but that really hit home with me. It was a simple comment on a video from someone who I only get to talk with in chat, and it kind of rattled my cage back to getting it re-energized me, and it re-motivated me just to keep doing what I'm doing. And so if you're still there, Rick, I can't see the chat. That was the coolest comment I think I've ever gotten on one of my videos. And that's how I look at YouTube. Is everybody's got their circle, and it doesn't matter let me put it to you this way. Would I like to have 1,000 or more viewers? Of course. Would I like to monetize my channel? Absolutely. It's a passive income. But the people I have watching, and the viewers I have, like I said, Rick Reviews, Rideshare Lisa, Go Donnie, COM, Dustin is Driving is actually following me. That was kind of like a little highlight. He's probably the biggest rideshare YouTuber out there, and he started following my channel, and that was kind of a little shot in the arm. Again, Rideshare Professor Chris, the real rideshare stories. Dave the Uber Slave. Oh my God, Roy. No crybaby lifestyle, no crybaby rideshare. Roy is the shit. That man, I'll tell you, if anybody watching, Rick, you already know. But Roy is a no holds barred, straight to the point, and if you don't like it, tough shit kind of person. And I have a couple of very dear friends that are veterans that are just like Roy. If you don't like what the fuck they're talking about, you can either shut it off or walk away. I met Roy. He drove in from Vegas when Rideshare Professor did his grand opening on his Uber and Lyft repair shop and inspection facility and whatever. And Roy at No Crybaby Rideshare was so cool. I mean, I told Torsten I was going to bring the car down that I race, which is my Charger, and we parked it out front. And I was running around. I was doing interviews. I was doing video. Just all sorts of stuff. And Roy at No Crybaby Rideshare sat down with my wife and was so cool to her, and gave her the utmost respect. Just they talked for damn near the whole time I was there, with the exception of the time I was able to take a break and sit down with them. But that's the kind of people that I like to surround myself with. And like I said, the aforementioned rideshare people, Rideshare Lisa, I believe, I don't remember how Rideshare Lisa and I met, but I know she was my first dash cam winner when that was the big thing going around. And I talked to Lisa on a fairly regular basis, and whether it's through chat, text, or actually on the phone. And she's my only moderator. You know what, Rick? Rick, I don't know how you do it, but you are in every damn live stream. I don't know. Did you ever sleep? I mean, you know what? I'm gonna pull into a lot here. I'm almost home, but let's see if I can find some light. I got my boy Jack over here who watches this lot that I'm in right now. So I got my little hideout, and I don't have to worry about shit because Jack. I don't have to worry about Jack shit because Jack will take care of it. Let me go back and check this chat. That's what it was, Rick. Yeah, very useful, to the point videos. Keep up the good work, kind of thing. And that was really awesome. Yeah, Christopher Riley. What is sleep? Yeah, in the gig economy, man. I don't know. My eyes close, and like 10 minutes later. Well, by the time I get to sleep, the sun's already coming up in Southern California. So, the sun's up when I go to sleep. The sun's up when I wake up. I mean, it's crazy. But I'm not quite sure what sleep actually is anymore. I do know that I get to close my eyes, and it seems like 10 minutes I'm back on the road again. But so, like I said, Rideshare Lisa is my moderator. Rick Reviews. I don't know how you do it, Rick, man. I mean, you are in everybody's live stream. It's amazing. I mean, you must have like 4 or 5 computer screens going on, and you must have them set to the people that you really support. And as soon as something comes on one of your computers, it must light up and bells and whistles go off, and you are the first one in there. But that's what I really like about YouTube, and since I've been doing it, is I've really found a really good group of Melatonin is a godsend. Yeah, um, I don't think I have any more in me. My sleeping schedule is so screwed up with doing all this stuff. I mean, I'm trying to dip back into rideshare, kind of feel it out a little bit. I do like DoorDash. Let me get back to rideshare, Lisa. If you haven't, Chris and let's see, hold on, Mark. Chris and Mark, Ari knows rideshare, Lisa. So Christopher and Mark, if you guys haven't seen Rideshare Lisa's channel and you're thinking about maybe trying something like DoorDash or Grubhub or Instacart or something like that, I'm really glad that she turned me on DoorDash. It pays the best. Their rating system kind of sucks. You thought Uber and Lyft support was bad. DoorDash, I think, is bot responses. I don't even think there's an actual person behind their support, but whatever. I enjoy working. I enjoy working on it. So my phone's getting hot. Sorry. I'm hoping that's not going to get too loud and blast my mic with air there. Yeah, they do suck. Let's see now. Oh, Chris, you're retired. Wait a minute. Oh yeah. Okay. I'm like, you're retired from Uber and Lyft support. I need to change the content of the video real quick. But again, there are, it's like being in high school, rideshare. Yeah, I don't blame you. I think rideshare is going to come back around. I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. I don't think it's going to happen this summer. I think we're going to lose 4th of July, which sucks because, man, last year I did $620 in one day, 4th of July down at the beach. It was rocking. I did a 16-hour day, but man, that was a kick-ass day. I mean, everything was pegged on Lyft. I wasn't doing Uber yet, but Lyft was pegged at 5x, and it was just insane how much these rides would cost. I did a 5-mile ride and I got paid $32 for it. So yeah, well, I don't know about Halloween. I don't take this the wrong way. I don't want this to be misunderstood. I enjoy Halloween. I used to do a huge haunted house at my house. The only thing I don't like about Halloween is the late teens to the drinking crowd and 30s and 40s, because if you've got makeup on and stuff, okay, I can clean the car and whatever, but people wearing masks, you can't see their face. They're 3 sheets to the wind already. They've got attitude, and sorry about that, my wife just got home. And Halloween to me is a night that I'm not willing to risk. The freaks come out at 9 and it's after 10 o'clock, you know what I mean? So let's see, hold on. Ari, we're still looking at, I mean, they've come up with some things that seem to be really shortening the duration of COVID-19. But if this thing is truly mutated like CDC is saying, then I don't know. I mean, you get a flu shot, and I mean, I've gotten flu shots, and sorry about that, and I've still wound up getting the flu that year. So, I mean, a vaccine obviously is going to be extremely helpful, but I don't think we should have to wait for a vaccine. like I said, the last count on 8. This thing's mutate. So you're telling me, Chris, that this thing is mutated 8 times? Now, is that 8 times since H1N1 or SARS? Or are you talking that just specifically COVID-19 has mutated 8 times already? Wow, Rick. I may have to come up to San Francisco for Halloween. Since November, 8 times. You gotta love the media, man. I mean, I have really good medical resources, and I really try to follow this and put out good information. And the last thing I heard is that this thing, it mutated, and it's stronger and it's more contagious. I did do a video though where I think I was one of the first ones to put it out there, at least on YouTube, as far as rideshare goes, where you had COVID-19 and you had COVID-19 GI, which is gastrointestinal, and I kind of went through how that works and how it gets into your intestinal tract and can, really mess up your digestive system and dehydrate you and, cause vomiting and all that other stuff. Whereas COVID-19 in and of its own is a respiratory virus. And, obviously it affects the lungs and in compromised people. The big thing was pneumonia, and they're basically drowning. Rick, I swear to God, every time I see the whoop-hoo flu, I love it. What is it? What? I believe that... Wow. Well, see, and that's what they're saying, too. If this thing is mutated, then if you've had COVID-19, let's say part 1, then you're not immune. You can get COVID-19 part 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, according to Chris. I just, I get what our government's doing. They're trying to keep us safe, and I'm not gonna bitch about that. Like I said, I'm not a political channel. I don't like getting into that unless I absolutely have to. But I think that if it's strategically and methodically and step by step, lifting all these stay-at-home and safer-at-home orders and keeping the social distancing and whatever, eventually we're going to get back to... I'm not, I don't honestly... All right. I don't think things are ever going to be the same after this, because the way that it came about, oh, this is going to hurt. When your president tells people, hey, is there a way we can inject Lysol and maybe cure this thing? Fuck. Sorry. If you're a Trump supporter, that's, whatever. A president that says, hey, man, inject yourself with Lysol is going to be the same guy that says, hey, we've got the murder bees here, which are those large Asian wasps, and at that point you might as well just fucking drink a can of Raid, and that way they won't sting you. I mean, oh my God. I don't think things are going to ever be the same. I think the way that this was handled, or let me rephrase that, the way that this was mishandled in the beginning, and the way that they tried to ramp it up to try to catch up to where they screwed up in the beginning, the damage is done. And I truly don't believe that things are ever going to be what they were. I do believe that, eventually we're not going to have to wear face masks out in public. We're going to be able to go to the beach and go to the restaurants. It's going to be just like anything else. Viruses mutate, they get stronger, and eventually when they, excuse me, when they reach a certain point, they start to weaken out. And, the one thing I really enjoyed about medicine was the fact that our bodies are freaking amazing, and the things that a human body can go through and the forces it can withstand, and that's going back to being a first responder and going out and dealing with car crashes and all the stuff that I've seen in my life. The human body is a freaking tank when it comes to certain things, and with most things. And if you keep your health up and stuff, it's an amazing vessel, so to speak. I understand people with compromised immune systems and stuff like that, and elderly and stuff. And one day I'm going to be 70 years old, I pray, and maybe I'm going to have some type of compromised immune system, and I'm going to be in that category. But I think we'll get back to normal. I think the gig economies will pick back up again. I think we'll be able to go to the beach again. I mean, pandemics run their course. I hope this one doesn't take 2 or 3 or 4 years. That would really suck. But if that's what it takes to be able to live a normal life, if it's going to take a couple of years with restrictions to get back to that, then okay. We can adapt, we can modify, we can adjust adjust our routines until we're allowed to have that 100% freedom. As far as being comfortable, I know a lot of people, even with restaurants and states opening up, a lot of people, if you look at polls, people are saying, I'm glad. I want the small businesses to open back up. It sucks. People are losing they're losing everything because of this. And but they're saying, I'm still going to stay at home for a little while. I'm going to let those people go out and be the petri dish, and I'm going to watch and see what happens. And I'm going to wait 2 or 3 weeks and see what the numbers do, and if they lock us back down again, then what have you. It's a very interesting. Let me see. Chris, I kind of agree, but with the Spanish flu, we didn't have the medical technology back then that we have now. But COVID-19, SARS, what was the other one? MERS, the Middle Eastern, I can't think of it right now. Those are all COVID viruses. As medicine progresses, and that's why they call it a medical practice, because we're constantly learning new things all the time. It kind of goes in line with, like you said, with the MERS. I thought it was Middle Eastern. I thought it was MERS, which was Middle Eastern Respiratory Syndrome, or something like that. MERS. If you can maybe take a look at that, Chris, and let me know if it was MIRS or MERS, just for clarification. But as medicine progresses, as we get through, I don't know, maybe it's me. Well, you've got Maine or Minnesota. Oh, I'm sorry, if it's ME or no, I'm just playing. As medicine progresses, as medications progress, certain things are going to eventually be eradicated. Yet, certain things newer things like COVID-19 are going to come around, and we're going to have to, start over and do that again. But, medical science and biochemistry and all that stuff, I mean, there's so much more information and knowledge now than there was back in 1912 and 1914. But I agree with you. It was mirrors. Okay. Sorry, my wife literally just pulled up to the house, and I'm about a half a mile away. But yeah, you're right. Maybe it is a second wave and I know what you're getting at, of the Spanish flu. Just, in a different form and in a different time. And there's a lot more people on the planet now. Things progress, medicine progresses, diseases, progress, they mutate, as we all know. And it's just, it's life. I mean, I would like to get back to what it was. I really enjoyed what was going on before December of last year. I was making good money on Rideshare. I was enjoying what I was doing. My wife works at nights, like I just said, she just got home, so it worked out really well. I don't like driving during the day. I don't want to run my AC. I'm not a big AC fan anyway. And of course uses more gas, what have you. But I was enjoying it. I've got a 5-star rating on Lyft. I've got 2,912 rides, a solid 5-star rating, and I'm pretty proud of that. Whether it means anything to Lyft or not, who knows? They can, just like Uber or any, whatever, they can terminate you for anything. But when I call customer support for Lyft, I've never had a problem. They've backed me 100% every time, and I would like to get back to that, but I don't see it happening right away. I do believe the food delivery is gonna drop a little bit. Sorry, God, I'm really looking old in this light. I gotta change the lights, man. That's horrible. This yellow stuff sucks. Gotta put LEDs in here. I miss it. I can't believe I'm saying I miss Rideshare, but I do. I've met people that I'm still in touch with. I talk with a couple times a month on the phone, or they'll send me a text. I've got a lot of regular passengers, just like the one I take tonight. I have another one tomorrow night, and I have another one on Sunday night. And every one of those rides is between $40 and $58. So, I've got those 3 medical transports, and I do that 6 nights a week. The longest one, obviously, is the one I do down in Santa Clarita from my home, which is basically 50 miles. And I've made a lot of friends, but I just think it's gonna take a while. And what can we do? The more we bitch and scream and stuff, it's just gonna stress us out, and it's not gonna do us any good. We can't change anything. Like I said, as rideshare drivers, we can, help do our part and slow this thing down by refusing the non-essential rides and blah 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 blah. And I've done the videos on that, and I've gotten ripped apart. And then 3 weeks later, Lyft and Uber are saying don't take non-essential rides and what have you. But again, that's neither here nor there. It's going to be a while. If by some stroke of luck we're out of this by the end of the year, okay. Social distancing and the masks and stuff. I mean, hell, people in China wear masks every day, but I don't know if that's because of all the shit they got going on, or if it's because of the air pollution. I mean, whatever. I don't want to have to wear a mask every day, but if that's what I have to do for the next 8 to 10 months in order to get this pandemic blown out of here and get back to 95% of normalcy pre-COVID-19, then I'm going to do it. Like I said, I did a video earlier at the Wingstop about the Wingstop, and I bring up the fact that there's no social distancing, and people need to wear their freaking masks. I mean, when you have somebody in the restaurant industry, I mean, this is not hard. Watch. Check this out. You guys are gonna freaking love this. Check this out. Bam. Right? So how does a guy working in a restaurant or a store or doing whatever get to this? I mean, you know, it's pretty simple. But you know, and I bring that up in a lot of my videos. It's like, you know, if you want to get out of this, covering just, this is what I need to do in some of my videos. I just need to shut my mouth and read the chat. You know, I don't know, Chris, if it's stupidity, if it's just laziness, if it's entitlement, if it's just, you know, maybe it's a thing, maybe it's a style. Well, you know what? I got your new style and my new mask. All right, check this out. Again, that's the inside. I don't know if you guys can see it, but here's the new mask. My friend makes my friend makes these. This is a 3D mask. I think I showed it earlier in the live stream. And we just got it pretty much put together. The sides are sealed. My nose, the whole inside of this is sealed around my nose and my mouth. And I think it's pretty cool. I mean, it's big. It was made on a 3D printer. Worked very hard on what? What? Uh-oh. What'd you work? I worked very hard on that. On what, Chris? Did I say? You lost me. Did I say something wrong? So this is my. I'm gonna wear a mask. Oh shit. Oh my god. This whole time. Really, Chris? Wow. Okay. If you're in the chat and you're not Chris Riley. Oh fuck. I had no idea. Chris Riley, the creator of these badass masks, is live in the chat right now. I got technically the first prototype. He had the very first one, but he fitted me with this thing. Chris Riley is in the chat, the creator of the most badass facial covering in the fucking United States. Sorry. Check this thing out. I dig this thing. And I just got these solid inserts this evening or this morning. So, and you're going to dig the mask, Chris. This guy, Rick Reviews is in the house. Chris Riley is the guy that made these masks. Go to Castle Custom Creations, right, Chris? Or is it Custom no, it's Castle Custom Creations, right? Thumbs up. I know you made it. I know it's a program. Put your channel up in the chat. Castle Creative Works. Man, I did a video on this. I am going to do another video now that I saw what you did to you. If you're watching still, you take all this stuff out and it's a blank. We were trying to figure out a way to get the respirator area to get some type of filter in there and seal it up. And I came up with this idea to do the full wrap around the nose and chin and so on and so forth. And Chris came up with another idea where he lined the top up on here. So with that, I'm going to play with this. I think Chris did a full wrap around here now that we've got the solid inserts. I think we're going to be able to really seal this thing up, and I'll show you on Tuesday. So, but anyway, guys, I'm going to head home. I've been on the stream for an hour and 14 minutes. Thank you guys so much for joining. You guys got to check out Castle Creative Works, man. Go to his channel, hit the subscribe button, show him some love, show him some support. He's a really good friend of mine. He is also a military vet. I come from a military family also. Chris is a very good friend, and he's, I mean, hell, he's family. Check out Castle Creative Works. Check out his channel. Watch some of the time-lapse stuff he does. It's pretty bitchin'. If you watch him, I have it linked, and I'm going to link it again when I do a second video on these masks. From start to finish, I think he said they take about 21 hours. There's a lot of plastic in that, but when I don't know what the hell Eva foam is, man. But anyway, we're still trying to finish it up. But like I said, if you're watching, go over to Castle Creative Works, Chris Riley. 27 hours. Okay, so it takes 27 hours to make one of these. Now, this piece right here is an insert. It actually pops in, and then there's a lock ring in there, and then the side inserts are also pop-ins. But it's a badass mask, and I'll tell you what, when I'm out in public, I get a lot of people that want to know where I got it. So if you're here in the stream and you want to know where I got it, the man is in the stream right now. They're really lightweight. They're, with the materials we're using to get this thing sealed and figure out how we're going to do it, they're very comfortable. And you guys need to go check out. God damn it. Oh man, I lost it. It's getting late, man. Castle Creative Works. If you guys want a mask, his prices are really fair. I am not going to give out what his prices are, because that is not my place. But they are first come, first serve. Right now, I believe he only has 4 colors to choose from. But if you are interested in something like that, check out his channel and email him. I got the Chris. I got the link on my other video, and you know what? Go ahead, post it up on the live chat. My friend, my good friend Chris is going to drop the link in the live chat for the mask, and they really are comfortable. They're not heavy at all, and I like it. It's definitely not your everyday mask. It's pretty far out. So I'm gonna let Chris post his link in the live stream, and then I'm gonna head home. The wife's probably gonna be asleep. Well, it's Friday night. She doesn't have to work tomorrow, so maybe she'll be awake, and that doesn't mean shit, because by the time I get home, I'm gonna fall asleep anyway. Okay, so we got black, red, blue, and silver. That's right. I was thinking white, but he's out of white. If you can't post the link, Chris, I'll put the link in the next video. I will drop it either later today or most likely Sunday. I'm going to do a little playing around with manipulating the seal around the face, and I'll do another video. We got the picture. I wish I could put pictures on the live stream. That would be pretty cool. But there's 3 of us, and we've got black, silver, and red, and we're all together with these masks on. It's a pretty bitchin' picture, so I will definitely put that in the next video. And so again, if you guys are interested, check out Castle Creative Works on YouTube. Castle Creative Works. Check out my good friend Chris Riley's channel. Subscribe, show him some support. If you're interested in the mask, his email is there. Email him. Please don't flood him. They are first come, first serve. They are limited because they do take quite some time to produce. And I'll tell you what, man, if you get one of these things, you're you're gonna get it's definitely a conversation piece. So with that being said, guys, I'm gonna end the live stream. I've been on for an hour and 20 minutes, and again, I gotta get home. I'm tired. I gotta get something to eat. I got a busy day later. So Rick reviews, Chris. For some reason, I got you. You know what, Rick? I got you. For some reason, I got you mixed up with. Let me check the chat real quick. There was a gentleman in here from Australia. I thought his name was Chris. There's Ari. Mark. Okay, I got you mixed up with Mark. I thought you. Thought you were from Australia, mate. So anyway, guys, thank you very much. Thanks for hanging out in the stream, showing the support, giving me the watch hours. Again, check out. So sorry, Chris. Castle Creative Works. Castle Creative Works. Link will be in the next video. And again, give them some views, show them some love. If you really do want a mask, hit him up. What's up, Rick? I'm ending the stream, man. I am wiped out. I don't know if you caught it or not. My new badass social distancing face cover. Hold on, Rick. Don't go anywhere, Rick. Not yet. I'm almost done here. These things are badass. Check it out. And it's sealed, baby. Right here. And the man, Omer. Dude, I'm not doing 27 hours, Omer. It ain't gonna happen, man. I love you, but there's no way in hell I can do 27 hours. I'd be lucky to do 2. I think my longest live stream was 2 hours and 20-something minutes, man. And I ran out of things to talk about. And I'm Italian. So, Omer, Rick, this is my social distancing face covering. The man that created this for me, who printed this up on a 3D printer, and it is plastic, it is super, super lightweight, is in the chat. His name is Chris Riley. He is a military veteran. I come from a military family. He is family. That's all there is to it. We've been friends for quite a few months now, but awesome guy. Check out Castle Custom. What the god damn it? Hold on. Castle Creative Works. Why do I keep thinking Castle Custom? Whatever. Check out Castle Creative Works. Omer, Rick, if you get a choice, please check out. Okay, you know what? Then I met you when I started driving D down to her appointments. But if you guys still in the chat, check out Chris at whatever the hell his channel is. Look it up in the chat. I'm just kidding, Chris. We're going to do this one more time. Castle Creative Works. If you really want one of the masks, they really are lightweight. Send them an email. His email obviously is in the channel. They are limited. They take 27 hours to actually print up. They are very comfortable. We're doing some final touches on them, and when we finally get a final way to seal these things up a little better, the way we're working them now is definitely copacetic. But Omer, man, Omer, you are such a cool dude, and you missed part of the chat, but I really do like the group of people that are in this circle of like with Rideshare Lisa and Go Donnie, No Crybaby Lifestyle, Roy, Dark Road Run, Dustin is driving, Chris at Real Rideshare Stories, Rideshare Lisa, I think I just mentioned, Omer, Uberman Tampa, UDM. We've got a really, really good group of people. I think we are the new up and comers on YouTube, because we are the newer bunch. As long as I No, you don't have to inject it, Omer. And to be honest with you, the way that Chris and I, what we were talking about, I don't know if you can see it or not. I'm gonna try. This is a 7-layer medical mask material, and it literally pops in underneath the seal, and it is removable. So you can see I've got it lifted up. It's kind of hard to see. There you go. You can see through now. And then you can literally remove it. It's basically cut to fit. You just press it back in. It literally locks in under the face seal. And this has only been in for a day. I usually keep them in for, about the longest I'll keep one in is about 3 days. So, but they're really easy. Once you get the material in there to make the seal, the mask material just pops in right underneath it. It does not move, and you can change it every day if you want. Hell, you can change it every 2 or 3 hours if you're really, really busy, or if you're working during the day and you're sweating and what have you. It's not difficult. The hardest thing that my friend Chris and I had come across was trying to figure a way to really get a good seal, and we're right there. And what Chris came up with tonight really sparked an idea in my head, and I'll work on that this weekend too. So yeah, they are pretty cool. Like I said, they're super lightweight, and Chris will definitely hook you up. Just give him an email. Like I said, I don't know what the prices are, but they are absolutely reasonable. And not only are you helping out his channel, but you're helping him out too, and you're getting a very unique face covering that not a lot of people have. So again, with that being said, guys, thank you so much. It's been an hour, almost an hour and a half, and I really am going to call it a night. So again, thank you guys so much for your support. I'll be dropping a couple more videos. I got a DoorDash video I'm going to put out hopefully Sunday. I told my good friend Chris I was going to do an updated video on the masks. That I have to drop on Sunday. I got one more video I was gonna put together, and what have you. If you haven't seen my latest video about the Wingstop, please check it out. I don't care what areas you're working in. If you're doing food delivery, you've got to see that video, because I was livid pissed, and I wound up getting a guy fired. And I don't like pulling rank on anybody, but this dude pissed me off to high heaven, and I went full legal on that place, and unfortunately it cost a young man his job. But you know what? You don't threaten me. So check it out. Chris, thanks for joining, man. I appreciate it. It's the first time I've actually seen you in a stream, and I swear to God, I thought you were from Australia. Omer, just keep doing what you're doing, Omer. You're a good man. You're an honest guy. You've got a good heart, and you've got a supporter for life on my end. Everybody else that joined it or that's watching, thank you so much. And you guys have a good morning. I gotta close this out right. So with that being said, be safe, be professional, keep it real, and as always, drive on. I wish you all the best of health. Until next time, stay safe. Peace out, everybody.